Hello, Westford. The Board of Health got an update on a condemned Groton Road multifamily residence. Westford Academy junior Jake Castor was recognized for his unique athletic ability by the school committee. And road work at the intersection of Groton and Oak Hill Roads begins this month. I'm Ira Keltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to our free daily news publication at WestfordCatNews.org. And if your civic or cultural organization has an event coming up, send the details to news@WestfordCAT.org. Environmental Services Manager Seth LaJoy and Health Director Jeff Stevens provided the Board of Health with an update on that multifamily house at 472 Groton Road that was condemned on January 17th. LaJoy provided images of the third floor egress that was recently added to the building. The lack of a second egress for the third floor apartment was just one of several reasons for condemning the building. Tenants also complained this winter that the house had no running water and 2 of the units had no heat.
So they're still not in there.
Oh, wow.
But they are making progress on the second and third floor egress. We're not gonna allow them back in that building until the work is completed, which includes entryway doors for those instead of windows. They're going up to windows right now.
Oh.
No, because there's going to be a door.
Yeah, okay.
If you look, there's one of those where you can see the landings. That's where those windows. Those windows are gonna be doors.
So that's gonna be a door. So it's supposed to be an egress, not a crawl out the window.
I bet the one that's on the stairs that's partially
That's
blocked.
just that's not a way out. That's just a window.
Stevens said landlord Charles DiDonato is due back in court on April 23rd for a status hearing. DiDonato continues to pay the hotel bills for the 3 displaced families. The gloves came off on April 10th when developer Masala Don and resident Juliette Mount faced off over a 9-acre parcel at 66 Boston Road. Masala Don purchased the property in February of 2016 with the intention of building a farm-to-table restaurant with parking and a septic system. Masala Don asked town meeting voters to eliminate the parcel's agricultural preservation restrictions, but voters denied his petitions twice. Mount lives across from the land and is one of many conservationists who have lobbied to maintain the restrictions. Masala Don said he was seeking direction from selectmen on what to do with the land. But Mount urged selectmen to declare the property a nuisance. The building contains a vacant building and a greenhouse with missing windows. Mount's presentation prompted an accusation from Masala Don.
I met her in her house 2 years ago, and she was all upset that she's going to see the restaurant, and she can raise her hand, swear to Bible, whatever, that I'm lying, which she won't be able to. And she asked me to put up a stone wall in her property, bring in truckloads of loam to elevate her property, and landscape her whole house. Her exact words, she would vote for me, and I also told Jody that time about a week later, she would vote for me and would get all her neighbors to vote for me. And I told her that she will not see the restaurant, and I bet with her $25,000 to $100,000. She says, no, give me the $100,000 and I will vote for you. Go ahead, raise your hand and swear that you did not say it.
I never said that.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
So
Thank you
just
for
to
lying.
clear the point, this
You're
conversation.
in total opposition for my project because you said that I'm going to be using the well water, you won't have any water in your house. Okay? And what I just repeated, there were exact words that came out of your mouth after we met the other neighbors, the Indian people, that I came to your house, right? And you said that you sit on your rocking chair every morning and you drink your coffee, you look at the horizon. I said, you're gonna have a beautiful piece of property. It's gonna be actually farm.
Okay, this
No,
is
it's been bought
but no, but
for
this
2
is
years.
this is not.
She's become a total opposition to my project.
I understand.
And she's,
But this is not.
it's
This is,
bothering
okay,
me.
this is. I understand. But this is not helpful. This is not relevant to getting things moving forward. And it's all hearsay, which we can't respond to.
In other selectmen news, Ellen Hardy of the Common Restoration Committee made a pitch to slow down plans for replacing the building at 51 Main Street with a new one.
So 2 weeks ago, I came to your board and raised the question about many questions that were asked at town meeting, and also at the abutters meeting about the community center building next to the town hall. And I thank you for putting on the agenda tonight. So I sent a letter, which you have on the screen and in front of you. And let me just clarify that in no way is this seen as any attempt to bring things to a standing halt. What I'm doing is offering my time, and other people have gotten in touch with me in the last 2 weeks who have offered their time, to just provide answers to many questions that we think were not answered at town meeting, and also to pursue some concerns that came up at the abutters meeting about avenues that haven't been gone down yet, that we feel should be gone down before the town proceeds with full plans for a building where the fire station currently exists. So in my memo, I'd proposed perhaps 5 to 7 people. The people that immediately come to mind are the ones that asked the questions at town meeting, and I haven't approached all of them, even though I mentioned their names in the memo, as to whether they would serve. And I've also received notes from Jeff Stevens, who is our health director, but he also happens to be very involved in and interested in history and old buildings from his time in Fitchburg.
Architects have created conceptual plans, and town meeting voters approved spending $320,000 in capital funds for a design of the building which currently houses the fire department. This fall, construction for a new fire station at Blake's Hill and Boston Roads is expected to be completed, and the existing station will be vacated. Selectmen asked Permanent Town Building Committee Chairman Tom Mahana to comment on Hardy's suggestions. Here's what he said.
We recognize the need for this project to have more public involvement. We discussed that tonight as a committee. I think we would be open to having, maybe 1 or 2 citizens at large be part of the, the working group that will continue on during the design process. I think that would, that would be helpful. But I think we as a committee certainly would be concerned that if a completely new committee was formed to go off and do this. I think all the issues and concerns that Ellen's raised in her letter are all issues that either we as a committee can certainly handle, but also our consultants too.
Selectmen took no action but encouraged the Permanent Town Building Committee members to publicize meetings and encouraged residents to attend. The school committee recognized Westford Academy junior Jake Castor for a crowning achievement. Castor was named the 2017 Centurion World Wake Surfing Champion in the men's Pro Surf and Skim division for his new trick, the Hail Mary.
Well, on behalf of the school committee, the administration, and the entire staff, we'd like to present you with a certificate in recognition of your World Wake Surfing Championship, and congratulations, and keep us informed of what you're doing in the future, would you please? Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Castor said he's created a company named LiveWicked.com, a trademark, and a mobile app, also called Live Wicked. He also sells t-shirts online. In other school committee news, members unanimously approved the 2018-2019 school calendar. Arthur Benoit and Gloria Miller were absent.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the 2018-2019 Westford Public School calendar with the modification that we just talked about.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Unanimous.
Thank you.
You can watch the entire school committee meeting at WestfordCAT.org. now for our feature of the week. The 2017 to 2020 teacher's contract is now posted online. This 105-page document maps teachers' salaries from entry level to experience for each year of the contract. In addition, the document specifies that the teacher's work year will consist of 185 days, including 4 days for professional development. The school committee is authorized to add an additional day of work for the teachers, but attendance for that would be voluntary. It took until February 15th for the teachers to ratify the contract. An alleged push by the school committee to add 15 minutes to each school day reportedly became a sticking point between the two parties. WestfordCAT could not confirm reports that the school committee backed off from that request to resolve the matter. Find the contract at westfordk12.us/pages/HRM/contracts. A sign on Oak Hill Road is alerting motorists that road work will soon begin at the intersection with Groton Road. Town engineer Paul Sterrett notified homeowners living in the vicinity on March 29th. Sterrett said improvements will include a traffic signal, sidewalks, crosswalks, bike lanes, and upgrades to the drainage system. Commuters and businesses should expect delays and occasional detours. The project is expected to take about 7 months, and work begins later this month. For more information, you can visit westfordma.gov/engineering. Here's news from Town Hall.
Hi, I'm Jody Ross, Town Manager. A lot going on right now in Westford. Probably most importantly, we have our town elections on May 1st, so please be sure you're registered to vote and also that you participate in our very important local election. As you all know, we did have a town meeting recently, and a lot happened at that town meeting. Some very exciting new initiatives and some repeats. But one of the things that happened at town meeting is the town actually voted to ban those single-use plastic bags that you get when you go to some of our local grocery stores. That will go into effect January 1st. So we'll be anxious to see what they replace those with. Also, carry in, carry out is a topic that we've been talking about with the Board of Selectmen for many years. We have had a policy where people that use our fields and our parks are supposed to bring in, well, they bring in their trash and then they bring it back out. There are some areas that have not been working too well, so the Board of Selectmen recently voted a new policy where we will be putting some recycling bins and trash bins at some of our major parks and fields to help with controlling that trash. And we will continue carry in, carry out and educating the public too. The wastewater treatment plant at the Westford Academy, we recently went out to bid and received construction bids, and that will be replaced this summer when school is let out. It's a big project that we've been working on for many years, and it's important to get that done before we start the track improvements and the other improvements at that facility. Another thing going on is the Recreation Department just received back their survey results. They did a random survey of residents. I think about almost 400 surveys were returned, and now the Rec Commission is beginning to analyze that. There were many people that expressed an interest in improving the facilities we already have, our parks and our grounds and some of our other facilities, but also looking at other opportunities the town might have. So we will be continuing with a feasibility study, looking at other towns, what they're doing, what their needs are, and also coordinating with Road and Bush and Millworks, which are two of our very active community recreation opportunities in town. So those are some of the things that are going on right now in town, and we always invite you to subscribe to our town notices so you know what meetings are out there and to attend our public meetings because we want your input. So thank you very much.
Mila, a domestic rat, is available for adoption now at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's WestfordCAT's Patty Stalker with more.
There's more than just dogs and cats available for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. The shelter also has cuddly critters you can call your own, like this domestic rat named Mila. Here's Marketing and Fundraising Coordinator Crystal Arnott with more.
Hi, this is Mila, and Mila is an 8-month-old domestic rat. She's a pet rat, definitely different than, and very jumpy, different than what you would see a normal street rat. They are domestic, they make very good pets. They're quite social. Mila is a little nervous about being handled and held, but she's very agile, as you could see. She would do great if you taught her tricks. Caring for a rat can be very easy. They are simple pets. You need a cage environment for them, as well as a lot of space for them to run and play and climb. They really like to snuggle up in blankets, and you can see in her cage she has a lot of fuzzy fleece to snuggle up on. They do need exercise every day. Mila in particular really enjoys her cage and her wheel. She likes to run in the wheel every day. You also want to make sure you have appropriate food. A lot of people think rats, because you see them on the street, they can just eat trash and junk, but they really do need to eat a specialized diet. You can give them treats. You want to avoid certain things like chocolate or grapes, but there are a lot of delicious foods they can eat. You can give them bones just like you would a dog. Mila is a Rex rat, so she is actually a very short coat and it's very curly. And if you can see her whiskers are actually very curly as well. So Mila and any rat, you want to make sure you have a big enough cage where they have multiple levels where they can climb. You also want to make sure that you give them time every day to spend with them. Most rats also we recommend living in pairs. They like to have a friend, they like to snuggle. So we would recommend that you usually have multiple rats. She came in on her own. Unfortunately, her owner had to move and couldn't take her with her.
If you'd like to learn more about Mila or any of the other pets available now for adoption, or if you'd like to learn how to volunteer, donate, foster a pet, or fill their wish list, visit their website at lowellhumanesociety.org. They're located at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. You can also find them on Facebook. For Westford Cat, I'm Patty Stalker.
And here's Rekha Sharma with hair care tips for the spring and summer season.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about hair care for spring and summer season. As the season changes, the hair texture and dryness and brittleness also increases. Avoid using styling tools. Eat regularly pear, blueberry, sage and carrots as they help to retain the hair shine. Use natural hair mask and apply hair oil before washing your hair. If you have itchy scalp, use lavender oil for the affected areas. Get the split ends removed regularly for healthy growth. If you have any allergies, please contact your PCP before applying. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
Has spring finally arrived in Westford? Let's see what weather.com is predicting. WestfordCAT volunteer Betsy Alvarez is here with suggestions for things to do around town.
Thanks, Sarah. There is plenty to do for this vacation week at the J.B. Fletcher Library. On Tuesday, April 17, there will be a Peeps Diorama competition from 1 to 3 p.m. The next day, you can attend Reptiles Rock at 11 a.m. and the Food Art competition at 1 p.m. Round out the week on April 19 by attending the Stuffed Animal Spa from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Registration is required for some programs. All the details can be found at the library's website at westfordlibrary.org. Singer-songwriter Dawn White will appear at the Parish Center for the Arts on Saturday, April 21st at 7 p.m. The performer from Lynn touches upon everyday lives with his powerful songs. Who better than a working-class family man and thoughtful wordsmith to entertain a Westford audience? Tickets can be purchased at mktix.com or by emailing john@2catfolk.com. Is it time to clean out your basement and attic? Here's a heads up. The semi-annual Rodenbush Community Center Town-wide Yard Sale will take place on Saturday, April 28 from 8 a.m. to noon at the Abbott School front lawn. Book a $10 spot for your table at rodenbush.org. For questions, call 978-692-5511 extension 0. Come support the Hidden Battles Foundation's team on their journey to Dallas, Texas for the Out of the Darkness overnight walk to raise awareness and funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention on Thursday, April 19 from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. They will be holding a Hammer and Stain fundraiser at Princeton Station in Chelmsford. You can pick from 3 choices of stencils to create your own wood sign. Instructors will lead you step by step through one of their do-it-yourself workshops. You get to sand, distress, and pick colors to match your own decor on a 12 by 18 wood board. Register by April 17 at thecanvasroadshow.com. I am Betsy Alvarez, a community volunteer for WestfordCAT. Back to you, Ira.
That's it for now, Westford. We leave you with wildlife images taken by Westford resident Doug Peterson.